Hello friends, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am so very glad that you clicked on this video today to join me in bringing you some amazing bookish content. And as you can see by today's title, I'm gonna have a fun-packed, bookish, amazing video for you guys, and I'm super excited about it. So for a while now, I wanted to do a series on my channel, or some form of a series on my channel, where I just explore parts of my state. So I live in Michigan, and I can say the only bookstores I've really been to are Second and Charles, Barnes and Noble. I've never been to Books A Million, and I think there's another like 2 Paper Trail Books in Royal Oak, and there's like another bookstore in Royal Oak. Those are like the only ones that I've ever really been to, and it kind of made me feel sad for the fact that I absolutely love books so much. So I'm gonna make it my mission, starting in Michigan first, what a little tongue twister that is, to visit as many bookshops that I can in my state, as well as taking you guys on a mini road trip, maybe going a little bit further than just like a couple hours and actually like staying in that town in my state, and just experiencing the town of it in and of itself, as well as whatever bookstore that happens to be there, and then eventually branching out to different parts of the United States and maybe even abroad. But yes, I am super excited. Today I'll be going to Ann Arbor, Michigan, so that's not too far away. It's a little bit of a road trip. It's about an hour and 20 minutes away from me, and I'm going to be going to put the name here on the screen, bookstore in Ann Arbor. I'll obviously have some footage for you guys, and if I buy any books, then obviously there will be a haul. But I'm super excited to go and experience it. It's been one of the bookstores on my bucket list of bookstores for a while now, and I'm super excited to say that today, on May 6th, I'm going to be going to the bookstore, so that's super exciting. As well as going to the bookstore while I'm in Ann Arbor today, I'll be going to the U of M Museum of Art. That is also in Ann Arbor, and I'm super excited about that. I'm kind of feel like I'm at a point in my life, in my late 20s, where it's like I kind of just want to walk around at a museum with a coffee or a latte and like listen to some like chill beats in my AirPods and just like live my best life, and that's kind of where we're at. So I'm also going to be doing that today, and obviously I will take you guys along with that as well and get as much footage as I possibly can. I'm going to be stopping at Starbucks because your girl needs a drink. But yeah, I'm super excited. I cannot wait to hit the road. I do not have a tripod currently in my car, so in my car I won't do too much in the way of filming, but when I get to Ann Arbor, you'll see whatever coffee drink I get. You'll be able to see the museum, whatever books I get to buy at the bookstore, and just footage of Ann Arbor. I literally live here, and I have not been to Ann Arbor. Like, I live in Michigan, and I think the last time I was in Ann Arbor was probably when I was 14, maybe? 14, 15? So like, it's been a while, guys. I need to go back to the college town in Michigan and just experience it all in its glory. So that's one thing that's going to be happening in this video. But then the second part is, this week I went to Barnes and Noble, and I'll be sure to post some footage here on the screen. I didn't really get too much in the way of footage. I had a little bit of a challenging day, and the one thing that I thought that could help, besides obviously just like spending some time in prayer and talking to God about it, we went to the bookstore and we bought a book, actually 2 books, and we renewed our Barnes & Noble membership. And no, I'm not sponsored, but you guys, I highly recommend it. I can actually show you, last year the memberships were $25, and you literally just got 10% off in-store purchases. I can't remember what else you got percentages off, but they just updated it, and now it's going to be $39.99, and you have so many things. You're going to get 10% off almost everything in the store, 10% off on Barnes & Noble online, free shipping with no minimum purchase price. You're going to get Barnes & Noble rewards, so it means that every time you buy something, you're going to get stamps, and then you can get credits and little coupons off of books and purchases while you're in the store, as well as a free tote bag every year, which I was able to pick out this one here in the color black, which I think is nice because it goes with almost everything, and it's really heavy duty and sturdy, and I love a tote bag. I love a book inspired tote bag. And then also you're going to get a free upgrade to the next size of cafe beverage, so if that Barnes & Noble happens to have a Starbucks in the inside, so that's awesome. And then birthday rewards, and my birthday is coming up in a couple months, a little less than a couple months, and so I want some rewards. So yeah, I'm super excited about that. I'm really glad that I was able to update that membership. I got the free little tote bag. Technically I paid for it, but you know. And then I picked up this book here, and this is called Owner of a Lonely Heart. And I didn't mention it in my last video, which was my life update, but I guess I'll mention it now. In June, I'm going to Spain for a couple weeks. I am going for work, but also for leisure. It's going to be super fun and really exciting. And so I've been trying to read books and gravitate towards books and stories that kind of give me the essence of Spain. And, you know, I'm going to Bilbao, Spain, but just like the Barcelona, you know, places in Italy, just anything in that kind of European area. Just kind of any places in that area in Europe, just like Spain, and you have Italy, just all of that. I've been trying to like, I've been gravitating towards books like that, just wanting to read it, just kind of dive into the essence of the culture and whatnot. But this is a book that I picked up, and my reasoning for picking up wasn't necessarily that it had to do with anything with that area of the world, but it just made me want to read it. But talking about why I've been wanting to read books kind of with that essence is the book I'm currently reading now, which I posted on my Instagram, which is When It All Falls Apart. This is by Catherine Bybee, and this is not based in Italy, but it's based in Little Italy in San Diego, if I'm not mistaken. And so I'll read you the back of it, or at least I'll tell you what it's about so far. And it'll kind of lead me into why I picked up this book, although it's not based in Europe or anything. But yes, this book is about a girl named Brooke Turner, and she's in a relationship with Marshall. And he's kind of one of those guys who, you know, doesn't want to commit, doesn't want to settle down. And she's like in her 30s or in her late 20s, like, or she's like in her early 30s. And she's like kind of ready for something else. He doesn't want to commit to anything. He wants their life to kind of just be on the fly. It's spontaneous. Let's just go do some marketing work. He's into freelance. She's also doing freelance, and she wants more structure, and he's not into that. Well, lo and behold, like her father, Brooke's father, gets sick quite a lot. He's just recently had a stroke. So she needs to go, they live in Washington, she needs to go down to California to go visit her dad and just kind of help. He made her the power of attorney, and it's happened quite a lot because her dad is just sickly, and Marshall doesn't like that, and he kind of digs at her. He's really inconsiderate, he isn't helpful, he isn't comforting, and she can't take it, so she just books a flight and she goes. Like her dad, her family, that's her priority. So when she gets there, she's kind of just thrown into the mess of what it's like to kind of have to take care of her dad. He's not really responsible with his finances, the house that she bought for him so that he could have some place to live. You know, it's just really disgusting and dirty. She's just kind of upset. So her best friend Carmen decides, you know what, let me come and visit you. Let me be with you during this difficult time, and let's just hang out. While that's happening, Brooke just kind of gets the power and the spunk inside of herself and says, Marshall, I'm done. Ship all of my stuff to me. We're finished. Like, I have no more time for your little boy issues. I'm a grown woman, and it's time to actually make things happen in my life. So she's kind of put that to rest. When her friend gets to California, she decides, let's go to San Diego and let's just do a little road trip. Your dad's fine. He's in the hospital. He's stable. They got him under control. Let's just go. So then she goes, and she is traveling with her friend to Little Italy in San Diego. They're experiencing the pier and all of the things, and then eventually she runs to that little strip called Little Italy, and she instantly just falls in love. She kind of gets that love for her career again, the freelance writing that she's doing, and it just kind of opens her eyes. And so that's kind of what the book is about, but it also follows then into just the romance of it. Eventually she's gonna meet that perfect guy who is in Little Italy and works at one of the restaurants there, and it's kind of just that whole joy of her taking the leap of faith. And then also he's going to have his own personal issues and how their relationship is going to end up connecting to one another, and her just kind of really finding who she is as an adult. And so that, although it's not based in actually in Italy, it just gave me those vibes and got me really excited about my trip coming up this summer. So I definitely wanted to pick up and read this book. So that's why it kind of led me into this one here, because if you've ever read that book, which it'll be linked down below, it follows a similar vibes about a young woman. I believe I don't know if she's in her late 20s, early 30s, kind of that same kind of era, and she's kind of just figuring out that her life is not what she thought it was going to be at this point. Like, you can have all these ideas that when I am 20 something, I'm going to have this, that, and that. It's all going to be lined up. I'm going to be a mom. I'm going to be a wife. I'm going to have the career. I'm going to have all the things. But really, life doesn't go like that. It's actually never really as you expect it to be. And she's kind of just struggling with that in her life. And she comes across a man and his daughter, and who have their own issues and kind of have their own struggles, and the relationship is really full of tension, and he's trying to get to know her. She kind of just walked into his life. He didn't even know he had a daughter. It's kind of that kind of aspect. And then we see how the main character, Emma, and then the father end up growing a relationship with one another. And you just kind of, so it follows that same kind of line as the other book. So that's why I wanted to pick it up. I don't know if that gave you a good enough explanation, but it made me want to read it. I'll link this one down below as well for you guys. And then the last book I picked up is on to be on the screen here. It's called Unraveled by Deanna LaRae, and it's a book on Christianity, but it's just about her personal story and her relationship that she's kind of developed with God, and just like those conversations she has. And it really resonated with me, and I cannot wait for it to come in. I shipped it, so it'll be coming through Barnes & Noble soon, hopefully today, or at least this coming week. And it just kind of follows like when you're going through things, and how in God's word it talks so much about having a relationship with him and a connection with him and talking to him and telling him everything. And when she was writing that book on just different things that's in her life over the past couple of years, and so many of those things that she said, I've also experienced. And I know for me, I've been really working on really truly having a relationship with God. And it doesn't mean that when you think of like your normal relationships in life, when you have your mother, your brothers, your sisters, if you're married, your children, you don't talk to them when it's convenient to you. That's not the only reason why you talk to them. You don't talk to them when you just need something. You don't talk to them when it's, when they're, you know what I mean? You talk to them because you love them. You want to know them. You want a relationship with them. They mean something to you. And it really judged my life to see, do I just talk to God and go to him when I need him to do something? But am I needing him to do something because I want something that I think is good for me? Or do I go and talk to him because I want a deeper relationship with him? And it really just judged me. So just to see her perspective and how it aligns so closely to things that I've experienced in my life, I wanted to pick it up. So I will also link it down below for you guys so you can grab it if you would like it. But yeah, and then I guess any other book updates that I can give you before I get driving is that I have been listening to the audiobook of Dictionary of Lost Words. You guys, I love it. The first 3 hours sucked. It was just kind of a lot of, I wasn't really interested. The last couple of hours now that I've been reading it, I think I'm almost 6 hours in, it's been amazing. It's just really great to read a book that has a lot of like feminism qualities in it, and it's like really about women. The men are really put on the back burner, and I absolutely love that in this book. And then also I love just the whole like linguistics and language and words and descriptive and just like that kind of whole aspect of like English and just what the meaning of a word is and why some words are valued higher than others and how impactful a word can be, and just from a woman's perspective. And it's also interesting to follow the main character because she herself is a woman in her late 20s, mid to early 30s, who's kind of going through that same thing of discovering who she is. And I think it's really easy to think that once you get a certain age, you're going to have it all together. And as I'm learning, I'll be 27 in June, it's not the case. It's actually an ongoing process. You can't never say that I'm officially know who I am, I'm in it, this is who Olivia is. It's always going to change. And so I love to kind of watch her way of going through it from a different time period than me. Although it's a fictional book, it's just very interesting to just watch the way the author portrayed someone, going through it in that time period. And so I just kind of absolutely love it. It's very funny, super witty. It makes you think, it's captivating, and I just can't stop listening to it. So I'm almost done with that, and I'll have a full review on the book when I am done, as well with a full review of When It Falls Apart by Catherine Bybee. I've definitely learned with starting this YouTube channel that I'm a reader who wants to take your time, and my life has gotten more busy as of late. And so I think if my goal is to finish 3 books a month and let that be my goal, then that's going to be it. So this one I am going to be working on and getting done, and I love it. Literally can't put it down. And then obviously I will be starting this book as well, finishing the Dictionary of Lost Words, and then starting Unraveled by Deanna LaRae. And that's going to be the thing. So yeah, I'm super excited. It's going to be a good day. I am loving my outfit. I have this cute little like cropped, flowy little moment shirt that I got from Shein. It's super thin, but like there was a time in my life when I was like really into buying from Shein. And then I just have on some skinny leg ripped kind of jeans that are high-waisted with a whole lot of buttons. Pulled my hair back, pearls, you know me, glasses, nothing too crazy, my Apple Watch. But yeah, I'm gonna hit the road. I scrambled myself some eggs. It's super late actually, but on the weekends I feel like I almost like intermittent fast, not intentionally. But I'm gonna eat some food, and then I'm gonna stop at Starbucks on my way because I want to get me a drink. I'm going to be getting the Paradise drink, the glorious Paradise drink. It is the best thing known to man at Starbucks when you want something fruity. So I'm going to be picking me up one of those and then hitting the road and probably getting like banana bread or something. because I kind of want something sweet. And yeah, so let's jump straight into the road trip portion of today's video. In the parking deck now, heading back to my car. But there was so many people, and I have skating, which I didn't inform you guys earlier, but I'm going to skate. I have my skates in the car. I'm gonna go meet my family and friends there, so I'll get a little footage of that. But yeah, it's a little bit disappointing, but I got a water from Starbucks. I did buy a book, I'll haul that, and it was still a very productive and super exciting day. Okay, so this is the best I could do in terms of getting some type of footage here, but I'm parked on the parking deck. I'm getting ready to leave, so I stacked some books up. But I want to tell you and show you the book that I was able to haul at this bookshop here, which I'm gonna put in footage. Obviously you guys see it, and it was really nice. I enjoyed it. It was fun, it was cute, it was cozy. But what I can say about it is that it was so many people in it today, and it was really loud. It was hard to get some proper footage, but hopefully it shows enough of how nice it was. And yes, I was not able to get to the Museum of Art because it's so crowded down here, and I have to go skating literally. So I'm gonna get myself ready to go drive and do that and meet my family there, so I can do that. I brought my skates here so that you can see. Ugh. I don't know if I ever showed these on the video before, but these are the skates I bought last summer, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, last summer. And so like I've only like used them a couple times, but I am going to be using those when I go skate today. It's going to be super fun. We're going to just like a skating rink, so I'll definitely get footage of that. But to go back to the book that I got, it's by Alexa Martin, and it's called Better Than Fiction. And honestly, the cover pulled me in. I just felt like this is gonna be something that I'm gonna be interested in just based off the cover, so that's why we picked it up. But the back of it says, love isn't always by the book, in this charming romantic comedy about a bookseller discovering how to be the main character in her story. It says, as a self-proclaimed book hater and a firm believer that the movie is always better, Drew Young didn't anticipate inheriting her grandma's bookstore, the Book Nook. She's in way over her head, even before the shop's resident book club, conspiring 5 of the naughtiest old ladies ever, begins to do what they do best, meddle. Best-selling author Jasper Williams is a hopeless romantic. When he meets Drew at his Book Nook signing event, he becomes determined to show her the beauty of reading. He curates a book bucket list in exchange for her help exploring the local Denver scene for his current manuscript. From going river rafting to trying local restaurants, Drew begins to connect with Jasper in a way she thought only happened in fiction. When messy family ties jeopardize the future of Book Nook, Drew is caught between the bookshelf and a hard place. She's reminded that real life isn't always big dreams and sweeping romance, but Jasper is the plot twist she's never saw coming, and he's writing a happily ever after just for them. But when I saw this, when I read it, I just knew it was meant for me to pick it up and grab it. Super cute. It's a book about books. You have a little bit of romance in it. It's about a bookstore. I'm not necessarily sure where it is located, but I don't even care. This just drew me in, so I'm super happy that I was able to pick it up. It'll be linked down below, just like the other books in this haul. So yeah, I hauled 3 books, got a tote bag, signed up for my book club. My book Barnes & Noble membership. I went to Starbucks. I went to Ann Arbor, did a little mini road trip, listened to some amazing music. I'm going skating. I went to a cool bookstore. Like, this is a really exciting video, and I hope that you enjoy. So let's hit the road and head back to my side of town so that we can go skating, and I will catch up with you guys then. I just finished that great skate, and I hope that you guys liked the little bit of footage that I was able to give you, but it was a super fun time. I feel like the mind muscle connection, or just the muscle memory, whatever it's called, it's just like when you are biking and you've done it your whole life as a kid, and then you forget, you stop doing it rather as an adult, and then you just remember. And that's kind of how it was. So it was super fun. I skated for about 2 hours or so, and I'm currently at Sweet Greens, which is currently behind me right there, and I'm gonna go get myself a salad. I was debating on the harvest bowl or the chicken pesto parm. I'm not really sure which one I'm gonna get, but I will show you when I get it. I'm gonna nourish my body, and I'm gonna go from there. All right, guys, I finished the puzzles. This is the puzzle that I was talking about in the hobbies video that I had started, but my friend came over last night and we were able to get it done. Honestly, it was challenging, but I'm super excited to say it's finally finished. And then when she left, I was a little bit ambitious, so I decided, why not sort a 1,000 piece puzzle of this really pretty like island lighthouse kind of moment. And so I sorted piles, so I have a lot of water here. Looks like this is going to be a lot like the sky and the trees, same with more sky and sky there. And then here we have a lot of the greenery and plants, and then I had some pieces that were already kind of put together, and then down here I have, oh, it's not focusing, right there in that little bowl I have the pieces that are the corners, so like the outside of the entire puzzle, and the rest in the box are just like all the inner workings of like the house and the cobblestone and whatnot. So yeah, I started sorting another puzzle, so I'm super stoked about that. I definitely think I want to create a puzzle wall and maybe like save and frame these, so I'm going to leave that one there for now until I can find something to put it on or glue it on, and then I'm going to start working on this one eventually, probably today. But yeah, it was super fun. I'm super glad that I can say it's finally finished. Yes, this is going to close out the end of this really fun vlog. I do hope that you guys enjoyed it, and I cannot wait to bring you part 2 next week when I actually get to go to the museum in Ann Arbor. And not only that, but my goal is probably also to go to one of the botanical gardens that are there as well. It also looks really nice. But yeah, I'm super excited to hit another bookstore next week and just kind of show you different parts of Michigan and different areas, just everywhere eventually when this starts getting a little bit bigger and I start branching out to different states and whatnot. But I hope that you enjoyed. I hope that it was fun-filled. I hope that it gave you some bookish, adventurous, fun, exciting content so that you guys can relax and watch. But yes, I'm going to edit this video and get it up for you guys. And I'm gonna go to a little coffee place and continue reading When It Falls Apart because it's so amazing. And yeah, just kind of enjoy that. There'll be a full reading vlog of everything at the end of the month of what I was able to accomplish this month. And then you can expect another vloggy road trip video next week. But yeah, I'm super excited. I'm super stoked, and I will catch you guys in my very next video. And if you liked it, do not forget to give it a thumbs up and hit your notification bell so you can be notified every single time I post a video. And subscribe to my YouTube channel and join the Bookish fam because we're so nice and we have so much fun together. And without further ado, I will catch you guys in my very next video. Bye, friends.